Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 133, Albert Alpine Pine. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, we've got the G.I. Joe star, some tape. That thing to hang it on a peg hook, number 133. It's got that nice carbon fiber throughout the packaging there. G.I. Joe Albert Alpine Pine. I bet that was like the easiest code name to ever come up with. And then there's a nice window showcasing Alpine and his accessories. G.I. Joe star, G.I. Joe Classified Series. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. 4 and up, assortment number, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, some nice artwork of Alpine. G.I. Joe Classified Series number 133. On this side, 133, G.I. Joe star, skill set, QR code that probably just takes you to shop.hasbro.com, or perhaps even because of this asterisk, and we'll get to that on the back, might take you to gijoe.com. I don't know, I haven't scanned it in a long time. So G.I. Joe Classified Series on the back, number 133. He's G.I. Joe. Nice practical photography shot of the figure in action. And then here are some digital renders of close-ups of some of the details of the figure. Here's a skill set again. G.I. Joe Albert Alpine Pine. There's the asterisk from the QR code. Parents, gijoe.com. Attention, don't stick things especially in your French pie hole. Includes figure in 9 pieces. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Small fine legalese, made in China print, Hasbro print, that. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help us out with some of the smaller bits. And let's start off with his grappling hook. It does have some cord wrapped around it. And I want to say this is... Did Storm Shadow come with this? I think we've seen this before, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like a, grappling hook, climbing hook. So, not a bad piece. So here we have his primary weapon. Looks like it's molded in black plastic, and it's got a paint app here. This magazine is removable. So it's molded in the same color plastic so that it matches the stock. Nice molded details. Poured in the end of it for blast effects. Next we have a piece that we have seen before. Definitely. This I think originally came with the Alley Viper. So a little bit of a futuristic looking design. It does have a port in the end of it. But that port is for this hook. So this is a hook gun of some kind. And then it just goes right in here. And it's got a hoop here and a hoop here. So you could attach a cord to it if that is your desire. And then the hook part does have this nice paint app on it. Does it match that? No, it doesn't match that. So there's that. So he also comes with these two climbing hooks, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before, but I cannot remember which figure. So nice silver paint app there for the blade part of it, and then it does have a paint app here for the handle, and then it's got, you know, just nice molded details in it. And again, there are 2 of those, and they are exactly the same. So then we have, I think this is a new piece, or is this Shipwreck's rope? I don't remember. Shipwreck might have come with that grappling hook. So anyway, here's this rope. Nice molded detail. Goes, you know, over his shoulder and across the body, and that's about all it's good for. Next up, we have his hat. And you can see the inside of it there. That's the color plastic that it's molded in. And then it's got a paint app over here and over here and right here in the middle. So, very cool looking piece. Does really take me back to the original figure. And then here are his goggles. They're not tinted, they are clear. Well, they might have a little bit of tint to them, but it's not very much. So, very nice looking. Glad they're clear. They're not like painted black or silver or something crazy. Well, let's take a look at the figure himself. Raise the camera up just a tad. So I have to say that's a really, really good head sculpt and paint that they've done on there. He looks like a smooth operator. Excuse me. Then he does have his Idaho t-shirt there under his overlay for his jacket. And then it's got some, yeah, it's molded in this color. So it's got this paint apps going on here. These are probably paint apps, and then paint apps here. And the fingers might be paint apps on this. I'm sure that's probably what they are. These are more than likely molded in black, yeah, because it's all part of this same strap system going on here. So he's got these silver paint apps for these carbiners, the climbing kind, not the kind you can buy at Walmart. And then, you know, nice harness there. It's got some hoops and stuff on it for storage. Chalk bag in the back. Got some paint apps here on the legs and on the boots. And overall, I just have to say, nice molded, sculpted detail on this figure. Let's take a look at his articulation. Forgot the word there for a minute. So he can look up that high, he can look down that low, and he's on a dumbbell in the head, and then there's a ball at the bottom of the neck, and they're 3 separate pieces: torso, neck, and head. So he's got some chicken neck, he's got some waggle. He can do the full extras, but you do have to watch the neck because it likes to traverse with the head. Dang it. And it ain't the easiest to get back in place. So at the shoulder, it's got butterflies, goes back that far, goes forward that far. 360 degrees of rotation, and I don't know if mine's stuck. Uh-oh, the chalk bag. Well, the chalk bag comes off. I didn't know that. So, mine is probably stuck, but I can only get that much raise out of the arm on that hinge, and it's pretty much the same on this side too, so I may have to take some heat to that. 360 degrees of rotation at the upper bicep cut. Double hinged pinless elbow, and it gives you that much bend, so that's really good. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist, and this one's on an in and out hinge. This one, let's see, yes, it's on an up and down hinge. So that's cool. Standard ab hinge. Yeah. And then ball joint at the waist. Conjunction, they allow him to lean back that far, forward that far. And then he's got hula, he can lean left and right, and he does have rotation there as well. Pull down hinge at the hips, and he can give you almost the full splits. And then kick forward that far. And I don't think the overlay here, the straps, I don't think they're hindering that any at all. If it is, it's very, very minor. So he can kick back that far. Then he does have a cut at the upper thigh for a 360-degree rotation. Double hinged, pinless knee. And it gives you that much bend. And then at the lower shin, there's a boot cut for another 360-degree rotation. And then at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. Now, as far as accessory storage goes, I'll plug the chalk bag back in the port where it belongs. Right at the, we don't want to talk about where that's at. So then we'll put his goggles on him first. And I have to say, they fit really, really tight on the figure's head, which is good. So you just kind of put them on his eyes and hold them in place. And then lower the strap down to about the top of his ears. The top of his ears, I said. So there's that. And then you just take his cap, put it on his head, and it stays on there pretty good. Then the best I could figure out for these straps, even though they have these like hook on pieces here, they don't want to hook on there. They don't really want to hook on, well, there, but it looks funky. So best I can figure is that they slide in these hoops right here. So like that, and then the other one just goes in the other side. Pretty much the same. Just like that. I did forget to put the rope on. I should have done that before I put anything else on. But there it is. And it goes on just like that. And those pieces, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird angle there. Now he also has this hook right here, which I'm pretty sure is for this grappling hook, and it just goes on like that. Now as far as the guns, you know, he just has to hold those in his hands, which is a little disappointing, because how's he going to do all this climbing he's supposed to do if his hands are full of guns? And if he needs guns when he gets to the top of whatever he's climbing, where does he put them? So, I don't know. A strap on this gun seems like it would have been a smart move, and like an elastic strap at that would have been really cool. So, there you have it, my friends. There's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Alpine with his two best buds, at least from the cartoon. The G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Bazooka. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Alpine with the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Swarm Sentry and the Valaverse Action Force Swarm Scarab. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Alpine, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified Series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Alpine, I have to say that was probably the easiest code name to come up with, or the easiest civilian name to come up with ever. Alpine, he's Albert Pine. So, you know, congrats to you on all that, Larry Hama. So that's you know, very made it easy for yourself, and that's, you know, that's cool. Coming up with as many names as you had to come up with for G.I. Joe stuff. You know, taking it easy on one or two, pretty cool. I like. As far as the figure goes, I have to say overall, I do like this figure. The goggles are nice. The hat fits good. It all fits good. The rope, you know, it sits on the figure properly. I think the loadout, you know, I'm okay with the grappling rifle that came from Alley Vipers, I think. And you know, the grappling hook he has, you know, that's kind of cool. The climbing picks, I was going to call them ice picks, but that's not what it is. So climbing picks, you know, that's all appropriate. The machine gun. The only real issue I kind of have with this is that, you know, when you're climbing up a mountain, you really need to use both hands. And he has no storage for either of these rifles that he comes with. So he either climbs unarmed or he falls off because he wasn't using both of his hands. So I think that's a misstep on this figure. They should have at least given the machine gun a strap. And I'm not talking about like one of those crappy plastic straps that they like to use. I mean like an elastic strap. And there may be a third-party piece I can get a hold of to complete that look for this figure. But, you know, even just giving him a small backpack that had one of the posts that the trigger guard goes around would have been nice. So, you know, that's my biggest complaint, I guess, with this figure, is that he just doesn't have the storage that he needs for this figure. Other than that, you know, the accessories are appropriate. I think they're well done, even though the clip on the machine gun likes to not stay put sometimes. And so I really like the leg harness thing with all the carbiners on it. I think that really has a really nice look to it. The Tampo on his t-shirt of Idaho, and just the paint period, the color choices and stuff on this, and I think the sculpt is done really, really well also. So I am not in the least disappointed with this figure. And like I said, the real drawbacks, and maybe the drawbacks are, maybe it's just me, but you know, I kind of doubt. I don't think they really thought that kind of through. But that's my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.